Hello and welcome to another Tuesday night live stream. Hopefully you all had a good weekend and welcome back. Tonight should be an interesting one. I think I might have bit off a little bit too much, but we'll see. I don't want to go all night long, but I also want to get this done, and we'll talk about that and the reason behind this whole live stream and when we get there. For those who were here last week and saw my PTP AES 67 demo, I have an update for you as well. Not good news, but I have an update. So let's see who's in the chat because I've already seen it's been flying by. So let's see who's here. As usual, Grish is first. I really don't know what you do, that you're literally on YouTube all the time, but welcome in. Glad you're here. Grish says, now this is going to be super interesting. I want to build out a cluster too. We'll get there. We'll talk about that for a second. Jeremy's here. Welcome in. Eric is here. And yes, DJ Ware is talking about Minio. Very similar ideas, I guess, behind it. Well, not similar ideas behind it, but we're both interested in it for various reasons. And so hopefully you can learn something. And your thumbnail is funny. Clear Life Media, Kurt, welcome in. At least I assume it's Kurt. Alonzo, welcome in. Yes, Clear Life Media was just featured by Blackmagic for their use of DaVinci Resolve. I would still like to see DaVinci Resolve in use, like a video of you using it. So I'd be curious to see like how it actually works, like in practice, and how easy it is to go back and forth with stuff. I have my thoughts on replay, but that's not for the stream. If you want to see a stream on that, I'm sure we talked about it in the past at some point. People like. Music gives me the vibe of riding a beach down somewhere. Yeah, like I said, I think I heard this song on copyright-free music and was like, I feel like it was time for a change. It's not as techno rockish or whatever as the old song is, but you know, we'll see. Joe is here. Welcome in, Joe. The JAU clock. I think I still have that actually. Do I? Apparently not so much. I mean, the button's there, but it's not working. No, the sad music's not because PTP didn't work. Hey, Josephus. Okay. Oh, Nils is here. Welcome in, Nils. Golf of TV Jade. That'd be funny. I literally just refresh my subscription feed to play something else when a video ends. Always listening to something, so gotcha. All right, so update on PTP, AES, and you know me. Yeah, it was a bad joke. So after doing some more research, I've pretty much figured out that everything is working PTP-wise. But it just isn't jiving with AES-D7 for some reason. And I can say that because through Aaron Parecki's Discord, I learned about television engineering Discord, and I joined that group today and was able to ask some questions. They pointed me to a program called PTP TrackHound. It's a free program, and I downloaded it. And I was able to run it on my laptop, connected to the switch that the PTP server is on. And for the first time during this whole project, which I've spent way too many hours on, like way too many hours, the switch actually switched, funny, and started sending PTP down the right port, and PTP PTP track hound or whatever it's called was like, here's valid PTP, and it was showing it information. It was like happy, and it was showing it was all great. So I was really encouraged, and I was like, great. Open up the AES67 app, and it still doesn't like it. So I think something is malformed in my PTP4L configuration file. The guys on the Television Engineering Discord were giving me some ideas. I still think I'm missing a couple key words there, key configuration items that might let it work with AES67. But I know the switch is working, and I know that PTP is working because PTP TrackHound says it is. So the guys on Discord were like, you really need hardware for PTP. They're probably not wrong. So I have a couple ideas left. There's still one Optiplex on the wall that I haven't fully removed yet. I could spin up Linux on that. It's got hardware NICs. I got several hardware NICs to choose from. So I could try that as a temporary fix to see if that is the issue, if it needs hardware stamping. It does seem that the delay is about 8 seconds, according to it. And I don't know what it's factoring, how it factors that in, or how it knows that, or whatever it is, but things to investigate. So obviously hardware NICs might be a good idea. I actually just upgraded my God, XCP-NG to 8.3, and that does PCI pass-through a lot better than the old versions did. So now I'm curious if maybe I could pass through a NIC. That would be interesting to see or try, because I believe they are Intel NICs in the server. I also may just do what Jeff Geerling did and get a Raspberry Pi CM4 module with one of those I/O boards, because the CM4 module is the only Raspberry Pi that does hardware timestamping. So that might be a thing to try too. So yeah, I have a couple things I want to try. Again, don't have to have this. It's just something I'm trying to do. I did confirm that basically everything I'm doing from AES7 does work now. I will be doing, at some point when I get a chance to record one, a pre-recorded video on getting AES67 to work with the Linux daemon, because that is not straightforward like you think it would be. So it might be a good video to put out there, and I haven't done a pre-recorded video in quite some time. Now it'll probably be a live to tape video, like it won't be highly edited, because I don't like editing. I can do it, I just don't like it. So Golf of Jofisa would be funnier. PTP TrackHound. Yes, Nils, sorry, correct. It's not television engineering, it's video engineering. It does feel that virtualization is part of the problem. That is 100% correct, which is why I'm going to try hardware, see if that fixes it. It may not. It may be the case. I don't know. I would love for it to be the case. But to me, it doesn't feel like the the AES67 client is telling the switch, give me the clock. When I open up TrackHound, it's happy and it's like instantly switches. When I do anything AES67, it's like, nope, doesn't recognize anything. So I don't know that they're talking the same language. I don't know if hardware's going to fix that. I have a feeling it won't, but who knows? I don't know. Like, it could be. And the funny thing is on that Discord today, they mentioned that using the right switch. And so I jumped into the switch at the university. Did I not bring my water down? Oh boy. Let me see if my Haley can bring my water down. So I went to Finley, or I went to the university, and was able to. The stream crapped out. I hope it didn't crap out. I'm guessing it didn't actually crap out. I don't know. I closed the wrong window to tell that, so I have to go back over here. It says excellent condition, so I'm guessing not a stream issue. Anyway. The stream is back, but the audio is out of sync now. Well, the good thing is, most of this video will probably be me looking at command line because, oh, it's in sync here. So I don't know what that was all about. That's weird. YouTube's just weird these days. Well, there are 14 of you here and 4 likes, so I love the participation, and I love the fact that you're all here. So give that stream a like if you can. I am looking at my PF sense, and my ping times and all that stuff are great. And so not sure what that was all about, but it's probably just YouTube. Thank you, hun. All right, so why are we building a cluster tonight? Why does it matter? Why do you care? I think we talked about it in the past. If we haven't, I have an idea to basically do a S3 cloud storage setup, but more internally, more like private. So hold on, I gotta cough. So again, what I'm thinking about doing is, or trying to propose, I guess, is a DIY S3 fault tolerant, diverse cloud storage system. So I think, as I explained it last time, let's just say that I would have a server here, Eric would have one at his house, Joe would have one, and because we want to go international, we'd have one at Nil's house. So we'd have 4 nodes spread across the world. They would all have hard drives on this server, and they would all be connected together so that if you wrote a file to one place, it would duplicate it everywhere instantly and have resilience. But everybody would have local storage. So for the purposes of speed, you basically would get the ability to read write as fast as you can to the server in your house, and then you can write it other places, knowing that that data is instantly going somewhere else and being backed up and synced. But also, if a node were to go down, nobody else would be impacted. And that's kind of the key point in this whole thing, is that it's the ability for a node to go down, everyone to keep working as if nothing changed, nothing happened, and then restore that node and come back to full sync and keep working, and then basically have permissions, though, set up where I can write to my bucket and Eric can write to his bucket, but Eric can't read mine and I can't read his. So basically think S3 at home, but controlled amongst friends, or you can figure out how this might be used in a television or radio or small business or trucking company or whatever it is. You can kind of figure that same thing out. Probably is the U-ray. We are on fiber, so we are riding light waves. Yes, geographically dispersed buckets. Um, yeah, I know you don't like their U-ray, but um, one thing I did, uh, one of the things I do want to do, I do still want to get back to see if I can't send the video back, some overhead cables, I mean, to the server, and then have either OBS be the encoder or do FFmpeg as the encoder and get rid of this. I don't want to spend the money on a nice hardware encoder. I mean, they're awfully expensive. I feel like to get a good one, and the one that everyone recommends, the ATEM, is the cheapest one, but also that has issues with internet connection, although I'm on fiber now, so that really shouldn't be an issue, but I don't know, I just can't get out of my head that the ATEM has its own issues. So, I don't know, if you have an encoder that you like that isn't crazy expensive, I guess post it down below. All right, so what are we doing tonight? We're talking about building this cluster. So I am going to be following a guide that Minio pushes out. Yeah, Emerald, I would love, like I said, I'm probably going to do some sort of custom made or custom configuration using FFmpeg and command line and just do it that way and see how well that works. Or use OBS like Joe says. So, command, oops, I need to show this first. So here's what we're going to be putting together tonight, or at least I'm going to try to. Is a multi-node, multi-drive distributed configuration. Not going to worry about network configuration at this point. We're not even close there. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create 4 servers, or in this example, I'm going to create 4 servers with these names and go from there. So in Zen Orchestra, hold on. Emerald, what is Bella box? I don't know what that is. All right, so this is my Zen Orchestra. I actually need to go spin up another instance because I don't want to put all these on the same node, but we can do that in a second. So I'm going to do a new VM. I'm going to come down here and select my pre-made Debian template, and I'm going to call it minio01. Right? Yeah, that's what they call theirs. I don't think it needs to be that big. 4 and 4 seems fine. I never do cloud config, even though I totally probably should. I just never seem to get around to it, figure out how it works. So the hard drive name, at least for this one, is going to be 01. Now I do need to add disk, so this will be, Minio, I guess we'll call it A. And for this example, I'm just going to give it this. This is all thin provision, so those who are curious, it's all thin, so I can make these basically as big as I want, as long as I don't fill them up. Shouldn't be a problem. Don't over provision your thin storage, it'll be bad. So there's your, I'm just going to do it these, so here's 2 drives in this node, and I'm going to, that looks like it should be good. Yeah. So I'm going to create that. Maybe not. There we go. Holy crap, the screen just flew by. Bellabox is budget encoder link aggregation box on a budget. Runs on a NVIDIA Jetson. Encoder is open source. I'm with Joe. That I am curious. Unstents, yes, I have screwed myself at the university because I am out of space because I did not thin provision, but I made the drives way too large. So I feel you. All right, so this is the Bella box. We're gonna take a little detour here. Thanks for Joe for posting the link. I'm glad that I gave you admin rights because I don't want to go look it up. Okay, this is a lot of stuff, but Bella uses SRT. Bonding's $10 a month. What's a Jetson Nano? Not currently available. Because of course not. So basically it's custom software. Gotcha. Hmm. Interesting. Live view solo. Hmm. And so you use this? SRTLA. Hmm. Okay. Never heard of that one. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. This is Bella Box is a software package that turns efficient.
Hi everyone, I'm Arishan Laral and I'm the creator and main developer of Bellabox. Bellabox is a video.
Have to watch that later. Hmm. Interesting. There's your actual images. Okay. Well, it sounds like Joe definitely has something to try now. for his live streams. Bella Box support. Oh, okay. It sounds interesting, and $10 a month is cheap. I unfortunately don't have any of these boxes to put it on. Not sure you necessarily have to have one of those, but probably works best to use one of theirs. But anyway, all right. So I go back here. I made my first machine. Hopefully it deployed, and it didn't. Crap. Well, it's a live demo, I guess. Is it doing anything? It's not doing anything. What did I do wrong? New VM. I just did this. I shouldn't have to do this again. Oh. This is where I screwed up. No, I shouldn't have to do that. I'm cloning. What did I do wrong? I'm curious. Last time it was yellow. This time it's not yellow, so I'm hoping this is good. All right, well, that at least looks like it worked. And it still has way too much RAM, but I could fix that. So we're going to build 4 machines like this, and then we're going to, well, I guess I'm going to build one first and then clone it. So now that we have, I'll wait till it gets an IP address. I will open up my favorite terminal, MOBA Xterm, and set up a new session off camera because my key's in here. Edit. I really hate how long it takes for the IP address to show up in this thing. 10.1.56. So connect. Alrighty. So we go back to our guide. And so we need to format these drives because these drives are just raw data at this point. So, and we're going to do host name ctl set host name minio-01. And then I always like to leave and come back to make sure it actually took. what you did. And then if we do fdisk, oh yeah. Unable to resolve. Oh yeah, we gotta reboot it to do the thing. Now, come on, Bob. You know better than that. No, we're just getting started building our cluster. All I've done so far is built a virtual machine and renamed it. And so this should come back by now because it's fast. And if I do list block devices, it shows me I have two devices down here. They need formatted, and the guide says we do not recommend systems like this, so they recommend is it XFS? I've never actually formatted an XFS. Is it the same commands that I'm thinking it is? So we should be able to just do make file system XFS. So we're going to do this. Only that's not the right drive. XVDB. Of course it doesn't. It's not that easy. Because why would it be that easy? Well, we're already on the first step, and I can't get past that. This is stupid. But not unexpected, like, at all. I'm thinking about just testing it out on this one because I actually know how to make these real quick. XFS does not seem to work. Although I guess it's not going to be too hard to figure this out. Why can't I just do that? Oh, look, a guide that was written this year. And I figured I had to install something first, because, you know. Yes. So you got to install XFS Progs, or PROGS. So we gonna do sudo make, and this would be XVDB. And then C. If we go back to, that didn't work because why? Oh. There we go. That's not right. What am I doing wrong? No such file. I probably did it right then. This should have worked. Yeah. All right. So it did work. Never mind. So then we're going to make a system, or make a new folder. Forgot that I'm not in sudo. We're going to make two directories, or two data directories, called data1 and data2. Damn it. And then we're going to mount them just to make sure they work. And there we see that XVDB is mounted as data1. And if we do C and data2, then they both work. So that's great. So far, so good. Then we're going to paste this. Really? That command doesn't work either? Or is that one of those you got to do? Oh, I keep doing this. I don't know why these are XVDBs. So basically, I'm going to go get the UUID for the F, because we got to mount these on boot. And this isn't going to work very easily if I have to clone this 4 times. Because if I clone it, will that work? Probably not. Didn't really think this one through very far. So we're going to grab the first one. And we're going to edit our fstab. Minio mounts UUID equals. Paste it. Then data1. XFS defaults errors equals remount, read-only, and 0. Then we're going to go grab this one. And do the same thing. UUID equals, paste it. Uh-oh, I made a mistake because that shouldn't be, oh, never mind. data to XFS defaults errors equals remount RO0. So now if I reboot this, when it comes back, I should have 2 folders mounted correctly, and then we can do this, I think, times 3. If I'm not mistaken. So let me go back to chat. It looks like you guys are talking amongst yourselves about Bella Box. Da, da, da. Yes, I just watched. Oops, I just watched that video today. Forgot to comment. Yeah, I'm can tell that Joe is excited about trying this thing. How many UID combinations are there? I would think a lot. Audio does matter. It's very important. 4K, not so much. Audio, absolutely. All right, so if we go back to here and we do, oh, I'm betting money I screwed something up because this should have been back already. What do you want to bet? I broke it. Yep. Unknown perimeter. Oh, errors. Seriously? This is already crashing and burning. I'm going to be freaking mad. God damn it. Oh my god, why did I do that? This is just going to break again. I don't know how to get out of this. I always forget how do you get out of this boot hell? Stupid. Fuck. Cannot access console, blah, blah, blah. Logging in, type, wish I could log in. I don't have the option to log in. Isn't this great? As a live demo go wrong? I mean, what else would you guys expect? Because nothing can go wrong on a live demo night. Because that'd be impossible. Yep, this is fun. This is what I wanted to do all night long, was to go back through the same thing I just did because I screwed it up. Isn't life fun? All right, why does it go yellow? What is it not liking? It doesn't like something I'm doing. What doesn't it like? That's green. That's green. Green, green, green. That's my image. What doesn't it like? What doesn't it like? I am so confused. There's nothing in here this shouldn't like. That shouldn't matter. That's the local one. Does it not like the storage? God, what the hell? Now what is it? I'm sorry. This is just pitiful. I don't know what the hell it's complaining about. They're literally, it's not doing anything. It didn't make it. Welcome in, David. Yeah, you didn't miss a damn thing. Fuck. I don't know what it's bitching about. Add disk. So we need 2 things of storage. Oh, now it's happy. So it's still happy. Okay, good. Create. And it fails. Why is it, what does it fail for? Why is it failing? Do, 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 do. Not supported during upgrade. Not supported during. There's no upgrade happening. Okay, I think XCP-NG is drunk because I'm not sure. All right, let's just. I don't know. This is stupid, but I'm gonna walk into the room anyway to go turn the other machine on. So might as well reboot this one while we're doing it because oh shit, that's gonna make me lose chat. Please hold. So now I have to reboot into OBS. I shut it off. Hey, that's interesting. So prior to XCP-NG 8.3, when I went to go close OBS, it would hang because it couldn't let go of the black magic card. This time when I went to close OBS, it closed instantly without any errors. Interesting. David, okay, so that's a good question. Let me go check. I don't think so. I think this machine has plenty of memory. Okay, so they're all off now, except for Zen Orchestra. Host. Oh, it did want to do a reboot or an update. Smart reboot. Go. Okay. I forgot to go click that before. Never mind. Too late. So the host, Grish, to answer your question, that I just clicked on, even though it currently is gone, is there's 128 gigs of RAM in these machines. So no machine has more than 8. So I do not think we're approaching the amount of RAM, anywhere close to the amount of RAM. And unsentence. No, they are not all booted. I'm gonna go boot the other one right now. Grish, I can't show you the error message because it's gone. But let me go turn on my second host, and we'll be right back. Talks amongst yourselves. Oh, wait, I can give you some music. Or I can't because OBS is not up. Never mind. As usual, things are going swell. All right, so the second one is booting. The first one is rebooting. The second VM host is still on 8.2. I don't think it'll matter because as long as the second host are at the same version or behind, you're good to go. Only the primary host can be on the latest or the primary host should be on the newest edition. So Eric's playing a kazoo and Joe is playing a recorder. All right, looks like the first one should be back up and running. Let's see if it is. Should get a logon prompt. One note. And of course, as I say that, now it wants to bitch about it. Because of course. Can I not reference, can I not use the other host at all? Well, that's just dumb. Because of course. Well, I'm definitely not interested in upgrading the other host at this time, because that's a 20-minute process. I guess I technically don't need the other host. If you look at this host, I still have 80 gigs of memory free. And so I guess I don't technically need to do it. Let me go try this again. So we're going to call this Minio 1 4 Minio 1 add disk 40 add disk 40 create. What in the actual what the hell? Well, there you go, Grish. Does this make any sense to you? Because I don't understand. I don't understand what is meth not supported during upgrade. I don't understand. What if we just do fine? I'm gonna do this instead. I'm not gonna add any freaking drives. I'm just gonna call it this. Create. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome into another cluster. Memory limit not supported during upgrade. I don't know what memory limit during. We don't have a memory limit. By the way, the host showed up. Crap, I bet you're right, because it was made on a previous. You're right, Grish. I mean, you're often right. This is just another example of why you're right again. Because we did upgrade XCP-NG, but it worked. It worked once. We had it. I mean, you can rewind the tape, and it worked. There's nothing worth watching. I'm sorry. There's nothing worth watching later. Uh, you're probably right though, because this was made in a version. This was made in a version 8.2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Um. Okay. So what if we did this? What if we? I know what the issue is. It's not. It's right here. When I change this, if I don't change that, it'll work. I bet. I bet you that'll be. I bet you it'll work. That's true, Bob. um, Bob's learning things. Okay, good. So we just learned that you can't change a memory. Why that matters, I don't know, but you can't change a memory when it was built on a previous version. That's interesting. That is actually interesting. So now my question is host 2 is on here. Host 2 is doing jack shit. All right, so Minio. Now it's 39. Okay. I'm just going to change random freaking IP addresses. That's cool. I mean, I guess it is a new MAC address. That does make some sense. Um, how come I can't log into it? Edit session, remote host is 39. Because, that makes a lot of sense. So, in case you all forgot we did before, because it's been 5 minutes, we're going to set up the host name. And then we're going to exit, because I always do that to confirm. So the name took. So now we're going to go back to our helpful guide. And we're going to sudo xvdb. That is not what I meant to do. Quit. dfh. dft. No, it's list block devices. Geez. So there's our 2 disk. Now we're going to set up XFS or install FXS. Yes. And then we're going to should have my freaking OneNote out here. XVDB. So now we're going to make and then we're going to get the block devices or the block IDs by doing sudo block ID and C. We're going to copy the first one, sudo nano. My God, I can't spell. It's already 10 o'clock. There's no way in hell we're going to get this done before I have to go to bed. We're going to make a comment, min.io mounts, UUID equals paste. Crap, I forgot to make the folders. Hold on. XFS defaults. That's all we should need. I don't think we need anything else, right? Because I think that error issue is what was giving me the problem before. So then we're going to grab this one. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to go in here, comment that out, and then we're going to learn from our mistakes, and we're going to come in here and we're going to take a snapshot first. Take a snapshot. Not supported during upgrade. Seriously, I don't know what the hell that's all about, but it's freaking pissing me off. Sudo make directory data1, sudo make directory data2. So now we have places for these to mount. Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Go to the VM advanced setting and look at memory config at the bottom. Okay, we can do that. It's set for dynamic. Well, hey, it booted this time. So that's something. I don't know why the NIC type is always Realtek. That just, I mean, I can change it to be Intel, but I'm not sure why it would be default to that. You can create a virtual TPM. So, all right, well, at least it booted that time. All right, so blah, blah, blah. Your template has a weird set of memory config under the advanced section. Where's that at? Settings. There's a setting for that template. Not supported during upgrade. No shit. Of course, it's an XCP-NG error. What kind of error would it else be? um. Da, da, da. I know, but why does it even list it? Like that just to me that just seems stupid. Like it's using virtualized drivers, but why does it even list the thing? Anyway, okay. All right, 1 second. I'm just gonna go start that process then. I actually forgot these servers have iDRAC, so I'm actually plugging in the iDRAC port so we can actually just go through it together. I think that would work. Not in an IP address. Of course, now that I plugged in the iDRAC port, it's not showing me any IP address. I wonder if pfSense will show me the IP address of the iDRAC port, because I'd love to be able to show that while we work on the other thing. Well, I'll be darned. In case you didn't know, the password for Dell iDRAC is Calvin. I have thought about lots of things recently. Password is root, though. I believe. Root and Calvin, not admin and Calvin. Right? I think it's... Unless I changed it, but I don't think I did. I've never really used iDRAC on this server. No, it's not Scott Calvin. But Haley loves that movie. Is this going to work? I hope it does. All right, anyway. So now that let's go back to here and see if we've made any progress at all. So if we do list block devices, or DA8 human, we see that they are mounted. So we did accomplish that. That's at least it's something. So we got that. Yeah, I know. So now we're going to try this. And then we're going to install it. And then we're going to create the service file that'll start it every time. Or it already is, I guess. So that should work. All right, so that's a good looking service file. Don't need to do that. We'll have to create an environmental file, but that's fine because we're not even there yet. So now we have to create a user for Minio. We've got to modify the user. And then we're not going to do that. We're going to do most of this command. We're going to data 1 and data 2. Right, yeah. So now that user has permission to those. And then this is going to be the environmental file. Which, in theory, if we create this and we can clone it, we're going to be much better off. So here's your template. We're going to paste that. And change it for my environment. So it's going to create volumes on Minio -0. So Minio 1 through 4 at my domain, and then we're not going to data 1 through 2 Minio. So that should work. Super secret password. No. Minio password. I know, it's not very secure. Save. I don't think we have to actually do certificates. I don't think I'm gonna do that right now. Hi, hun. Welcome in. I don't think I want to do secure. So now if I shut down this, since everything is now in theory, again, in theory, ready to go. Yeah, it's Graven in here. Haley, you're missing a blast. It's been lots of fun. So I'm going to go back to the iDRAC just because I'm curious if I can actually launch. I don't think this will work. I think it's too old. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is way too old. Darn. Another failure. I was really hoping that was going to work. Can we update iDRAC through this? How do you upgrade? How do you up? Because I'd love to update iDRAC. Apparently I did update this last year. Huh. But apparently the Java, at least on this version, is yeah. I mean, this was updated this last year. Hmm. Anyone know what version doesn't require Java? I'll be right back. So for those wondering, we are currently upgrading the other host as we speak. All right, so iDRAC is basically cool, but unfortunately, without having Java, this is kind of a moot point because you can't really do anything with it, which is stupid. All right, so we go back here. Minio should be powered off. Can I change the RAM now? Nope. That's gonna piss me off until I figure that out. We're gonna do a fast clone. Did that really finish that fast? It did. Wow. But now my question is did it actually make more hard drives? I guess that's my next question. I don't know if this is going to work the way I want it to work. O2. O2A. 2B. Okay, so it did actually, at least it seems like it did. So now we just changed name on Minio 2. Let's try that, Grish. So in theory, Minio 1 and 2 are now set up. To launch to 5, you must enable the virtual console from the iDRAC virtual control set. I don't know that that's actually there. Although this sure looks like it's showing me something. 5, apply. Oh my God, was it that easy? That would be awesome. Holy shit, Grish. There we go. Now we're cooking. That's awesome. Gold star goes to Grish. That's awesome. So there's the other host getting upgraded. I was hoping that with the other host up and running, to put two machines over there to kind of have to show you the fact that like you could have spread across different servers and stuff. That's awesome. All right, so come back to that, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. So we got to go check out Minio 2, Minio 1. So they have different IP addresses now. Is the OS? No. It's all. Gosh, I haven't used iDRAC in forever. It's all solid state disk, right there. The whole thing. I actually have enough drives to put a whole second array in. I don't have a use case for it, and since I can't do it on both servers, I don't do it. But yeah, in theory, should be pretty fast. Hey, look, it's done. Full screen. Please remove any media. Oops, I gotta go pull the USB stick. Yeah, the install does take forever. Anyway, so let's go back to. Oh, we don't need that right now. So I'm gonna do, I guess, a. Can I get into both of these? It does not like it. Okay. Why? All right, so here's Minio 2. Now I'm curious if we do a list block devices. They're there. If I make directory test, just to make sure these aren't using the same drives. Oops. CD data 1. All right, so there we go. So Minio's data 1 drive has nothing. Minio 2 data 1's drive has a folder called test. Yeah, so these are in fact different. So we could do another fast clone. Oh, I gotta shut it off though, don't I? So we're gonna shut off this one. And do a fast clone. Our other virtual server has just finished booting. This is what XCP-NG looks like from the console. Can't do a whole lot from here. I mean, you can do a couple things, like turn machines on and off. See which machines are stored on here, that kind of thing. But yeah, you really should use Zen Orchestra. But now it's going to tell me that the pools, or that there are updates to do on the pools. So we got to go to host 2, install patches, because so we'll go back here. Oops. Don't need that anymore. We're not really going to use the iDRAC interface, but I guess we'll leave it there in case. So we're going to go back to here. We're going to do 2 more clones, or 1 more clone, I mean. Fast clone. Minio 3. Then we're going to come in here and change its name again. And we're almost there. I think this might actually work before the, before midnight. And then we're going to go to the 4th one. While that's booting. Console into it, change its name. And then we might actually be ready to fire it up. That'd be shocking if it worked, but in theory we can. At least we're going to try. All right, so there's our 4 host. Bring this one back online now. This is nice. I'm bringing it. Yeah, that is true. We did that. We had that one on the box, and it was loud as hell. I'm just glad you mentioned this, because now I can actually. Now I feel like I could actually leave iDRAC plugged in and utilize it, because before I couldn't use it, so it was kind of stupid to even have it plugged in. But now I can leave it plugged in and utilize it. All right, so there's Minio 1. We're going to look at 2. Its IP address is 39. 3's got an IP address of 58. And 4's got an IP address of something. It should get an IP address soon. There's still 7 of you here, which is incredible. So, oh, now there's 6. All right, so it's got an IP address, so good. So now, one thing I do want to check is ping. So we do have connectivity across the thing, and we have DNS. So, all right, cool. So now we go back to our instructions, and we can start each one, in theory. Paste. I'm gonna guess this is failing for some kind of reason. Yeah, I'm guessing it's failing. I'm not sure why. Did we miss a step? Oh, we probably need to make folders. I think it wants a folder. I think we forgot to make folders. Oh no, it made the folder. That's good. Oh, waiting for a minimum of 4 drives. Okay. So we gotta go duplicate, edit, 3, 3. And then we should go 4, duplicate, edit, 4 and 4. And yes, paste. By golly, it might have worked. Copy. Okay, so now I forget what we used for the password and stuff. Minio admin, Minio password. Okay. Minio admin, Minio password. And I believe in here, if we look at monitoring, no. Somewhere in here, Here we go. 4 servers are online, 0 are offline. There's all 4 working. We did it. we did it. It worked. Oh. And it's before 11 o'clock. So we did it in less than 2 hours. With a whole bunch of issues in the way. Wow. Alrighty. First live demo in a year that worked. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true. This was a journey, that's for sure. Is your pool status healthy now? Oh, probably not, because I think I need to reboot it. So, pool, yeah, sorry, host. Yeah, I mean, it should be happy now, but I can do a reboot. We have not tested buckets and replication, but we will do that here in a second. Ooh, XCP logo has changed. I can see on the. Oh, I can show you. Oh, like screen just changed. Crap. I was going to say before, this showed you a nice little like XCP-NG logo. Oh, you've seen it. Okay, yeah. So don't need to show you. You've already seen it. So yeah, so that's what was on the screen for a second. But yeah. Yeah, I've been on the latest Zen Orchestra for a while. Um, I update that thing pretty regularly. Actually, I think I need to update it again, honestly, because I think it's. So I use a script to update Zen Orchestra, and basically it gives you this little thing. It's like, here, you want to update? And all I got to do is hit update. And then it automatically updates Zen Orchestra. And I do this pretty regularly because they do a lot of updates. Like, they're constantly doing updates. Which I think is a little, like, kind of crazy that they're updating, like, literally it seems like every day or every other day. But I do laugh when it says grab a cup of coffee because Network Chuck would love this script. So yeah, if this finishes, we'll have the latest XCP-NG build 8.3. We'll have the latest Zen Orchestra, and of course it failed. It was failing earlier on me, so I figured it was something to do with whatever their issue is. Host is not back yet. It's almost back. I don't think you get the cool logo on this one. Maybe you do. All right, so that's back. And now the pool. This always is here because I built this from source, so that's not a surprise. Host 2 is up and running. It is tells you that? Oh, right here, 8.3. So now I'm curious. Shut down. There you go. Now I can change the RAM. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. So, yeah, okay, now I can change the memory on my Minio instances. So here's the Minio console. This would be offline because we just rebooted the one. So let me see if that one's back up and running yet. It is. So if I come back, all right, so just make sure we're all up and running first. That's a great question. I don't know. I'm guessing I didn't set up anything special, so I don't know how to answer that question. Oh yeah, erasure. Yeah, right here. So if I go to buckets, create a bucket, YouTube, demo, we're going to create a bucket, go into the bucket, wait, sorry. Go into the bucket, upload, do this offline so I can, I'm not sure what I'm going to see first. So I'm uploading PTP TrackHound. And I hate how you have to close this out because this is stupid. So there is a file. Curious if this is back. It is not back yet. That is awfully interesting. Interesting. But if we go to a different bucket now, paste, and that was 2, I think it was. So let's just go to 4. Sorry. So that's 39. We'll go to 59. So this is a different Minio instance. It is there. There's the file. If I upload a file, do the merging audio. So it's uploading on the other one right now. Refresh. There it is. I mean, that's pretty damn instant. Download. So there we go. I uploaded it via one, it synced, and then I downloaded it via the other one. All pretty damn fast. So I mean that's pretty impressive. Mind you, these are all on the same server, so bandwidth is not really an issue right now. Oh yeah, good point. You're no, you're right. I didn't enable any of this, so excellent call on that one. Oops. You are absolutely right. So now come back here. Matrix, boom, they're all online. And if we go exploring on that first one, I wonder how long it's going to take for it to show up here. If it will show up there, I mean, it should show up there. Oddly enough, that was my next thing. I'm not going to do that tonight since it's already 11 o'clock. But yes, I am actually going to put these behind an HA proxy for load balancing. That is definitely my next step. So, yeah. I am a little curious though. In theory, these should be syncing. So I'm a little confused. That is not a bad idea. I that is actually a pretty cool idea. Not sure exactly how I'm going to go about doing that and keeping all my data intact. Also, I think it's going to make backups harder because, well, I don't know. We'll have to see. And it's a great idea. I probably will end up doing that eventually. So what I don't get is why I literally can't do anything else. You would think under the like I could click on this stuff. Oh, duh. That Prometheus server is up and running. Did I install Prometheus? Oh, yeah, I don't have MC installed. That's what I need to do to make that work. But that's not really something I feel like doing tonight. Did the data ever duplicate? Well, that's interesting. It never came over. Why is the data not there? You would think if it's doing replication. Yeah, you're right. It's because it's doing its own thing. It doesn't need to make more copies of it. But that's going to be a problem because if the node goes down, is that a problem? Because in my example, if let's say we have 4 nodes and one's here and one's at your house, and yours goes down, you obviously aren't going to be writing files anymore because your node's down. That would be your priority. But if you were using an HA proxy to read stuff, you could still pull stuff across from someone else's node. Shut down one of the servers and watch it rebuild to the first one. Okay. So let's take down this one. Or might as well change it while I'm in here. This one is going to be dead because I just shut this one off. So if I go to matrix now, or metrics, I mean. YouTube demo, upload files. I have a feeling this is doing a whole bunch of work in the background right now. In fact, let's go to the host. Stats. Yeah, look when I turned off that one machine, it did a whole bunch of work. So here's this one. We go back to our example or our first node. There's the file I just uploaded. So the new file went to the server. Yeah, it spiked all right. Oh, didn't spike that much. That's the recent one. That one spiked a lot more. Which still isn't a lot, but yeah, you can see that I'm able to add things and I'm still able to use this, and right now there's a node missing. I can create more buckets. And we're down a node. So um, I'm able to add things and remove things. And here you can see the new bucket. Oops. So it's definitely right in the files. It's definitely having, it's not a true like file for file replication. I'm sure if I set it up differently, I could. It's like when there's 2 nodes down. Oh, geez. It is not going to be happy with this one. I just have a feeling. So there's 2 nodes down. Oh crap! Did I just break it? I probably just did. Minio 1. Well, I guess when there's too many nodes down, you can't log in because I can't get in. Yep. Too many downs, too many nodes down, doesn't work. Good night, Grish, and good night, everybody else. I think I'm going to call it quits. Hopefully, this was interesting to you guys. Hopefully, you learned something. Next week, we will continue on this. Hopefully, I'll have Prometheus working, or we can do it together, and we'll do HA proxy together, and we'll see what happens. So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully, you all had a fun time. Hopefully, you enjoyed the night, and have a good week.